Welcome everyone to episode 213 of the Lost Levels podcast. Today we are talking about the Nintendo NX, or as it's called right now, the Nintendo NX, the next Nintendo console. We don't know anything about it, but we are going to give our thoughts and predictions and maybe touch on some rumors that have been popping up here and there. But before we do all that, I am your host, SuperZambezi. And today I'm joined by our metatarsal-loving friend, SpiderStaryu.
Is that a
First
foot?
and foremost, SuperZambezi loves feet, and I just wanted to put that out there. Secondly, hello everyone, my name is SpiderStaryu, and I know everything about the upcoming NX. I know what it's going to be called and everything like that, so I hope you listen, because I have all the answers.
Wow. Okay, and we're also joined by the recently upgraded wastebasket, Sol.
This episode's sponsored by the High Road because apparently I'm the only one who's taking it when we record. It's just cat fights between you two. SZ's trying to be mean to me, and I usually sometimes I'll throw something back, but usually I'm just the one who's like, all right, SZ, let's move along. First off the bat, you two talking about metatarsals. I was gonna say martatarsals because that's who I am.
SC loves feet.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
So, yeah. Hi everyone, I'm back, finally. I think you guys recorded how many episodes? Wait, 2 episodes? When I was gone? Oh,
wait, one? Just one? I'm pretty sure.
I'm back.
Anyway. This is the Nintendo NX room. We're going to put all those rumors that we just talked about right now aside, because they're not true. But we are going to focus on the NX instead. But actually, before we talk about the NX itself, I wanted to quickly touch on the Wii U. And basically, are we ready to move on from the Wii U? Because from what it looks like, the NX may be releasing at the end of this year, 2016. And we are halfway there. Almost halfway. So yeah, Sol, are you ready to move on from the Wii U?
I mean, I don't know. I hate to say, tell me ready, because I mean, it'd be cool. It'd be so great if we had an NX, but because I haven't really used my Wii U that much, so I mean, I guess, but I have no idea what this new system would entail. So who cares? SZ.
Yeah, but do you also feel like you got your worth out of the Wii U? Do you feel satisfied with what it had, or do you feel like there has to be more?
I think there should be a little bit more. If the NX, if I had the choice and there's a button and it says release the NX right now, I wouldn't press it.
Oh, well, okay. That makes sense. Staryu?
SpiderStaryu. Wait 1 second. Okay. I know the question now because I already knew the question. Alright, so am I ready to move on from the Wii U? Honestly, I feel like the Wii U's I really wish the Wii U's lifespan was just a little bit longer, because it's been out so far, counting from this day, April 23rd, 2016, it's been out for 3.5 years? Or was it 4 years? Well, not 4 years, because it came out in November. Yeah, it came out in November 2012, right? That's when it came out, right?
Yes,
Wii U?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's been 3.5 years so far. Or about. Something like that. So I feel like, we barely got to know the Wii U. We barely got to experience its greatness. But, I get it, because the Wii U hasn't been selling too well, and so it makes sense to move on to the next console. So I'm not bummed out about it. It's kind of sad that, we're already getting a new console. Thank God I have the money for it, though. Yeah. Thank God I have the money for it when it comes out.
Oh, already? Oh, wow. I actually feel like I got a lot out of my Wii U just by the amount of time I've spent on individual games. Like Smash Brothers and Splatoon, there are few games that I've played that I've put that many hours into. So I definitely feel like I got a lot of playtime out of my Wii U. I don't know if I got a lot of variety. And I feel like there's still room for other games that could have come out. I mean, we still are supposed to get Zelda here, but I feel like it could have a little more time. But I'm also okay with moving on. I just need to know more about the NX before I can really say so. But at any rate, before we actually start talking about the NX, I want to do this stupid little thing where we each come up with something really ridiculous about the NX that we think will happen, a prediction or some kind of stupid rumor we're going to make up. Something that won't come true. So, Sol, do you have any crazy prediction about the NX?
Inspired by a recent Splatfest in Splatoon, I believe that the NX will be the first real-life functional transformer. And you may be wondering, I mean, I know you all have a bunch of questions, but the most important you probably have is, which side is it going to be on? And I believe that'll be in Decepticons. It'll murder the entire human race, and the NX will reign supreme as the ultimate species in the world. So, that's great. I'm excited. I'm going to buy one at my local Best Buy as soon as it hits store shelves.
Oh, good.
Team Decepticons. Hashtag Team Decepticons.
Well, I mean, we could just ask Staryu. He already knows. Like, does that sound like something similar to what actually is going to happen?
Oh, yeah, because you know everything about it.
Well, actually, I was not predicting that at all. So, here's what.
So
you
must know nothing about. You must know nothing about the NX then.
Okay, so please just silence yourself. Silence yourself. Silence yourself. Silence yourself. Okay. Okay. So so we. Okay. So, as I've been told by Dark Boo, on the 3DS can play Wii U games. So.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So the 3DS can play Wii.
You guys are bullies.
The 3DS can play Wii U games.
Oh my goodness.
I'm predicting that the I'm predicting that the NX.
Yes, yeah.
The NX will be able to play the next console's games. So even though the next console didn't even come out yet, and the NX didn't even come out yet, the NX will be able to play future systems games. And I think that's what the crazy rumor is.
Wow.
All inspired by Dark Boo. Because he told me that 3DS can play Wii U
bro.
games. And thank you,
really
me.
mean.
Thank you, me.
For just knowing overall. Wow, thank you. For me, okay, imagine the gamepad, and you know where the NFC thing is? Imagine if that thing could, like, make a little hologram. That's my prediction. That's gonna have a little hologram that it'll, like, have... I have no idea how this will...
Obi-Wan.
Oh, we know what holograms you'll like, SC.
Oh,
Ew.
get out. Oh my gosh.
What? I'm talking about bananas and food.
I know. Don't get me
What?
hungry. I'm trying to host. I will get distracted. Also, it'll have a 3D slider like the 3DS.
Save me, Obi-Wan. You're my only hope.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's that. That's
SC, the joke went over your head.
Next up. Rumors suggest that the NX will be a console/handheld hybrid. Is this something you want, and do you actually think that that's what will happen? Sol.
I mean, I guess it would be cool, but I don't know how that would actually work, because it's almost like, alright, obviously the console part of said, what would we call it? The console, the home gaming system part of the NX would have higher performing games. So how would I be able to play these games on my 3DS? Would I get like a low res, really slow version of the game, or only get like a little feature that would go into the main console version? Like what does this entail? Because I am not buying it. Not like I'm not buying the idea. I mean, I'd buy the system still, but double entendre.
Whoa.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm just gonna literally leave the podcast and never return. Okay, now it is my turn to answer the question.
No complaints.
Okay, I miss how it was last week. I remember that Trash wasn't in the call, so that's what I missed. Okay, so anyway, answering the question, rumors suggest... Okay, it's the rumor suggests that NX would be a console handheld hybrid, right? That's the
Yes.
question? Okay.
Yep.
That would be awesome. I am totally in favor for that if that's how it will be. Though I'm a little confused on how exactly that will work. What I'm thinking in my head is that he'll have a gamepad like the Wii U, which if it's a console handheld hybrid, that's how it would have to be. I'm assuming, because you of course you need a screen. You can't just be a freaking controller like, with a little tiny freaking screen. That's not gonna work. So I'm thinking That would be awesome if that was the case. But if it was to be the case, I think there would be like maybe an extra add-on. There'd be like a Wii U gamepad, like kind of like that, and then there's like a disc slot. You can put the discs in. I don't know. I'm just thinking like that. I don't think it'll really happen, but one can hope. So I'd be totally okay with it if it was a console handheld hybrid.
Okay, yeah. I when I first heard about it, I also was very much in favor of it. Sounds like just the fact that I don't want to have to own a handheld and a console. I think it'd be cool to have them as both. I get all my games there. I wouldn't have to worry about owning two different systems or whatever. It'd all be one. My only concern is that I don't want the handheld to be like put down or held back because it's also a console game. And you can think of it like Smash Brothers. Like the Wii U version was in many ways held back because of the 3DS version. And I don't want that with this console. Because if it is what it is, a console / handheld hybrid, it will not be like a 3DS, and it will not. The types of games on there that you have now will be different, so they accommodate both handheld and console. So that's my only concern. Otherwise, I think it's a great idea.
Okay, I agree with that.
Do I actually think it'll happen? This is my prediction. I think the screen on the controller is here to stay. Whatever we get, whether it's a console / handheld hybrid, I think it'll still have a screen on the controller. I don't see Nintendo moving away from that. They already have the DS, the 3DS, the Wii U, a lot of games that already use touchscreen. I think that's here to stay. So, with that in mind, I think this is much more likely. Yeah. But speaking of the controller, lots of rumors of that. We've seen a lot of fake rumors, a lot of weird prototypes, a lot of weird patents too. What do you guys want to see from the NX controller? Do you want something crazy? Do you want something basic? Sol?
Okay. I want something basic. Simply because I think like other developers from, who favor towards other systems like the Xbox or the PlayStation, they're not really flocking towards the Wii U because nobody knows how to deal with that peripheral. Nice! English is just my first language. Peripheral of the gamepad, and what I think they might do is they might just, I don't know, do something like the Wii Pro controller or something like that, and they could just have backwards compatibility with Wii U games and whatever, but you'd have to have a gamepad. Like, you'd have to have a gamepad from the Wii U, and then it could connect, like, through the same thing they use, the Wii Motion Plus, or not Wii Motion Plus, the sensor bar, but the gamepad doesn't even use a sensor bar. It's, built into the actual console system. So, yeah, something like that. Control, I just want a normal controller. I'm not actually looking for anything special.
Okay. Staryu?
I've always said that if they were gonna make another controller or whatever the case is, I want something kind of like GameCube, because we've had two consoles so far with like very unique controllers but very different. Like, we had the Wii with the, motion controls and stuff, which, it was fun, but it wasn't, like, really, like, a full-on controller like what the GameCube had. And then we've had the gamepad, which that's, that's more of, like, a controller, but it's big, it's bulky, no one wants that. So, well, I don't know if everyone doesn't want it, but I know sometimes it's just annoying. With some games, it is annoying just having that big brick of a controller. So I'm hoping that if for the next console's controller, I want it to be something like the GameCube. It doesn't need to be exactly like it, but just a similar shape, if that makes any sense. Just a normal controller that I just grab, pick up, play games, boom, 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 that's it. I don't want something crazy. And I really feel like with this next console, the NX, I know the real name of it, but I'm not going to give it away because, I don't want to be sued and everything. So, yeah, I can't give that knowledge away, but, just something like the GameCube. Just something like that. Just something basic, something simple, that's it. That's what I want.
Yeah, I'm on the same page. Like, the GameCube controller to me I think that's my favorite Nintendo controller. It feels right.
I have one complaint about the GameCube controller, which I think everyone is like, oh yeah, I can't believe you. I can't stand the R and L triggers on that controller. They are so annoying.
I was just gonna say, I love that.
They feel so, like, I don't know, they're not as, like, satisfying as just pushing a little button. It's really frustrating.
What?
I have to completely
hate those
disagree.
things. I hate them. I hate them. I do not like them.
Pressing the buttons are not supposed to be satisfying. I don't know what you mean by that.
Well, no, I know what he means. Like if you played a game on your phone and there are no buttons, I hate that. I need the click of a button. I need that kind of thing. But I feel like I get that with... But it's true.
I know this is super nitpicky, but it takes longer to push down the R trigger than pushing down a button, and that's really annoying to me because I'm a very quick pacing person.
Yeah.
So if I were to play Super Smash Brothers, it would take however many milliseconds, I guess, longer to do shield than pressing it on the Wii U Pro Controller or the Wii U gamepad or anything with a button.
But the shield activates if you just touch it, like barely.
Well, you know what? No.
Well, at any rate, what I was saying is that I think that's the best Nintendo controller. Like, even if you have little problems like the shoulder buttons, I still think it beats the N64 controller. As much as I love the N64, that controller is... Like, it's hard to go back to that thing. And after GameCube, you have the Wii, and that's barely comparable. So, yeah, GameCube controller for sure. I'd like to see something in that direction. And I actually wanted to bring up some comments from MPL because our new community editor, Boss Blitz, he just put up an article on the NX that gathered some opinions from everyone. And
shout out to Boss Blitz.
I like Boss Blitz. I'm just saying, gross, the community.
Oh,
gross
get
people.
out of here.
Gross. They're associated to SZs in some way, shape, or form. We need to... Sorry.
We call this jealousy, by the way.
Yes.
Anyway,
I don't know what that means,
Robin FTW, he actually goes into why he thinks the GameCube controller is... or going after the GameCube controller is the best. And Boss Blitz expands on that, and he makes a good point. He talks about how, for Smash Brothers, Sakurai brought it back. They got an adapter for the Wii U just for Smash Brothers. I mean, that's a pretty big testament to how much, I guess, how beloved this controller is, and I guess how good it is for Smash Brothers. If it's good for Smash Brothers, it's got to be good for other games, too. So,
right.
I don't know. That's where I stand. That's where a lot of people stand. But moving on, what do you expect from the NX graphically and power-wise? Now, I know I'm not the biggest tech person. I don't know the insides of the Wii U or the Xbox One, the PlayStation 4. But where do you want to see it? How do you want it to compare to the other consoles at the very least?
Okay. So, I believe that this system should run at a 1060px resolution with a 260 processor, AM, PM, FM radio, but compared to the PS4 and the Xbox 920, I'm really concerned about where the NX will be faring up against their 934,000 processors and FM, PM radio systems. It's really frustrating. That's all I have to say.
You know, I've been waiting for a console to have AM and FM radio. I don't know what took it so long, but you're right. You were absolutely right.
Okay, actually, and this is stupid nitpick and has nothing to do with this, but why do my really phone you never heard of can get radio, actual radio signals, but an iPhone can't? Sony does what Nintendo don't.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I know, none of you care, but I was thinking about radio and how upset I get about.
Why is it every time I'm about to answer a question you interrupt?
Because I don't care about your opinion.
I don't care about your opinions. Just
You already know everything there is about the NX, so why should we...
Sol, just silence yourself. God. Oh my God. Ugh. Okay. Okay, what do I expect from the NX?
Wait. Did you close the lid?
That noise, that was the lid. Okay, that noise you just heard, that was the lid. No, close it. There we go. He tried to
Wait,
get out.
one more thing.
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh my god!
You needed to get a lock on that thing.
Just sit on it. Just sit on it.
Ugh, no. Okay, what do I expect from the NX graphically and power-wise? Okay. Now, okay, so you might be able to have to get out of your lid for this one, because I don't know. For the Wii U, the highest it can go is 1080p, right? Or 1080i?
Yes.
Is that the highest possible resolution that we have out today?
On the Wii U?
No,
Yeah, is that
like,
for consoles? Is that the highest
I don't know.
in terms of resolution?
I believe so. I don't think the PlayStation 4, Xbox One can do 4K. I know that there's talks of like that PS 4.5 and that kind of stuff, but I'll go look it up.
Okay, well, I'll just keep going on then. Yeah, obviously graphics increase, yes, because Wii U has great graphics, but of course, there's always ways to improve. So just having better graphics, better sound, everything needs to be better, of course. Because I feel like with the Wii, they were so lucky with the Wii that from the jump from GameCube to Wii, they were so lucky that they had such a big hit with the motion controls, because the Wii was not that much more powerful than the GameCube. Obviously it was, but it wasn't that much more powerful, and that wasn't HD. So I hope that Nintendo really keeps in mind that the graphics need to be better, everything needs to be better, because that stuff does matter. And also, controllers need to be better too, so that we don't have the gamepad nonsense like with the Wii U, where people didn't want to program for it because it was too hard. So that's why also, going back to the controller thing, that's why I think a basic controller would be really beneficial, because third-party companies would have no problem porting games to the Nintendo's NX console. So, yeah.
Okay, I looked it up. The PlayStation 4 and Xbox One can output 4K, but that doesn't mean that games actually make use of that, which apparently they do not. It said that more of like the interface, video files, that kind of stuff can make use of 4K, but not so much the games. But yeah, as for the next Nintendo one, I mean, I'm pretty happy with the Nintendo Wii U. Like, Mario Kart 8 looked beautiful. Smash Brothers looks great. Splatoon looks great. You could definitely improve, that's for sure. But right now, I'm pretty happy with where it sits. So, and I mean, in general, with any console, we're getting to a point where the graphics between consoles are just getting closer and closer. You're not having that N64 to GameCube jump. You're not having that Xbox 360 to Xbox One jump. Like, the next console will look better, but not that much, because there's just so much more you could improve on. So yes. I do expect it to look better, but not by not even like Wii to Wii U. I don't expect that jump anymore. It's just that's a pretty big jump to make at this point, considering what we have. So, with that said, that's what I think for the graphics. But for power, I do want to mention that I want to be able to use things like Miiverse and background apps and things like that on the next Nintendo console. It's very annoying to have to wait for things like Miiverse and
picky.
Or just in general, like being able to go to the menu, check this, that while playing a game. I want more, I guess, power for that kind of stuff. So yeah. Oh, right. Okay, I'm the one hosting. Right. Okay. Do you think it's wise to release the NX in the middle of the console cycle? Like you said in the beginning, the Wii U barely at 4 years, and PlayStation 4 and Xbox One are, I believe they're under 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So they still have time. And if the NX releases in 2016, that'll be pretty early. Is this a good idea, Sol?
So this is kind of like why this is one of the reasons why I'm feeling Nintendo's sort of out of place, is because they released the Wii U between consoles as well, and it didn't get it's not really, it sort of fell behind because its graphics and whatever power and some other stuff, a lot of its stuff was behind what both the PlayStation 4 PlayStation 4 and Xbox, whatever this is called, Xbox One, that's what it's called, I just remembered. what they were offering later on, like a year later almost. So I really wish they weren't releasing the NX unless they're over a generation with, the specs of the system. Like, they have to be extremely far from what the Wii U is offering, however that might be, else they're going to fall much behind in the yet-to-come console war generation 19, or what console generation we're in.
Is it wise to release? I mean, to be fair, if you look at it that way, I could see why some people say... My God,
okay.
That's SuperZambezi. That's SuperZambezi. Stop texting me. Oh my God,
please, you did it to me. That was him texting me, by the way.
Oh please, Please, I'm immune to
Evidence?
these who's and ha's. Okay, so anyway, back to my point before I was interrupted by Essie's hoo-ha's through text. What I was gonna say is that if you look at it that way, then I could see why someone would say that it's not wise to release it now. But the Wii U is failing big time, and that's not gonna change. So if they wait another 2 years to just keep failing, nothing's gonna really change. I don't feel like anything's gonna change. It's still gonna be failing. It's still gonna be just not as good as the other competitors. That's how it's gonna be. So I think it is actually, if you look at it this way, it is wise that they are releasing it around this year because they want to get a new console out right away to have better software, better controller, just better everything. Just everything will be better. So I do think it is wise to release it around this time. I do think it is wise, actually.
Okay. All right. Do you foresee Nintendo regaining or improving the third-party situation, which I think we all know is pretty horrendous and probably an all-time low for Nintendo?
Hecka yes. I don't think Nintendo's... I mean, they've made dumb decisions before where, like, when everyone complains, they still do it. But this is, like, a money issue. And even though Nintendo's, like, the richest company, like, I think in terms of Sony games and the Microsoft games divisions, I'm pretty sure they have them beat in terms of, like, inventory of cash. So, yeah. But even I know they're not dumb enough to make a peripheral that's extremely difficult to work with for third parties. They're not going to do that again. Or at least I hope. Like, I'm 90% certain. Actually, Staryu, what do they plan on doing? Do you think they're going to...
They are planning on improving third-party connections, so everything will be easier, so yes.
Oh, good.
So yeah, I think I'll just go on it because I'm speaking right now. So, yeah, everything is going to be improving because I know I have all the answers. In case you didn't know that, you skipped ahead, which I don't know why you skipped ahead. Go back.
To this point, too.
Yeah, to hear my predictions, because I have all the answers. But yes, they definitely have to improve on third party because I think if they don't learn, I don't know what's going to teach them because the Wii U, I think, really freaking taught them that third party, it's important. Like, you have your first party games, you have the games like Super Smash Bros., Mario Kart 8, and those are really strong games, but just by themselves, it's not enough. It really isn't enough. So I really feel like with the NX they do, and they will, because I know, because obviously I know, but yeah, they have to improve on it because I can't see them making the same mistake twice, because that's just being stupid at that point. And that's on shade because I love Nintendo. I mean, we're on a freaking Nintendo podcast, so of course I love Nintendo. But that's just being too stupid if they literally just want to make another controller that's incredibly ridiculous and just hard to program with games. That's why third parties don't port to the Wii U, because you have to freaking add stuff to the gamepad and make the gamepad work with it, and it's too much. It's way too much. So I really hope and foresee that changing.
We're on a Nintendo podcast?
Yes.
Oh yeah, so we're on a Nintendo podcast, not a Donkey Kong podcast. I know you get confused sometimes.
I thought this was just like a on the streets thing. Like, ooh, look at us.
Well, yeah, that's where we found you. You were in the dumpster.
Me in the trash can. Yeah.
I know that must be why it's confusing.
I didn't know where it was. Sorry.
But anyway, as for the NX and the third party, I am basically on the same page with everyone. The third party it cannot be any lower. The only way it could be lower is if they start with no third party and continue. Because at the start of Wii U, they had a little bit, but then it just all dropped off and disappeared. But yeah, it's all about the controller. If you have something hard to work with, there's no incentive to try to have your games there. And in addition to that, I think Nintendo actually has to go out and seek these third parties out, because they all they have to do is look at the Wii U. Didn't sell very well. Well, why is this new one going to sell? They don't have any interest in putting their games here, even if it is easy, or there's a normal controller that's easier to port to. Nintendo has to go out of their way to try and convince other studios to put their games on the system. Give them incentives to do so. If they don't do that, then I don't see it being very successful. Yeah, okay. How do you think Nintendo will handle current Nintendo features on the NX? So they have things established already, like the Miiverse, backwards compatibility, Virtual Console, and even the new My Nintendo. How is all that going to figure into the NX? Or how do you think it will?
I think that they won't do anything because I hate Nintendo. I hate Nintendo. I'm really upset that you guys made me join this podcast. But if I were to, per se, enjoy Nintendo, I would think that they would definitely keep this virtual console system they have going on, or system, chain of events. I like the idea of having older games come to newer systems. I mean, it's almost weird that they're only doing DS games now, and if the rumors are true, the Wii U is pretty much on its last few years. Not even, maybe a year or so left. So I don't know if this is the best time to be adding DS games or whatever, but I like the idea of having the virtual console. That's probably my favorite part of the things you listed. But in terms of Miiverse, I don't know. I mean, I feel like they would incorporate it because it's just the logical thing. They've established a weird social media thing, but I mean, Miiverse is kind of boring. If I don't know what, because I'm really bad at saying when I know something's missing, but I can't give an example. But it feels like Miiverse is missing something, and it's not as fun as it was the first week. So I don't know, but they're sort of revitalizing or reviving some of their old projects. When they got rid of Club Nintendo, they promised a new form of reward system, and they kind of have one out now with the My Nintendo stuff. But I mean, I've yet to be attracted to it much. I don't really see the point in, doing too much with it right now. But things like the eShop will totally still be a thing. Maybe they'll go by a different name, but I think the eShop will stick because it's a very catchy name. So, I mean, the Nintendo software peripherals, I don't think there's going to be too much change, except I do wonder what will become of the very special Miiverse.
Okay.
All right, it's my turn to speak. Okay. How do I think Nintendo will handle everything? Well, obviously, like Sol said, Virtual Console. They'd be dumb to get rid of that. Come on now, that definitely has to return. For Miiverse, I do think they will have Miiverse, but I kind of feel like it'll be an upgraded Miiverse with more features, more easier to post pictures, and more ways to respond. I feel like we'll kind of get a Miitomo thing. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy to think that, but I feel like we'll get a Miitomo type thing where the Miis will talk and everything like that. I kind of feel that way, just because
that'd be cute.
It would, right? Because I can't imagine that they would just literally port over Miiverse, because that's the Wii U. This is the NX. They need to find ways to make things better and to improve. So obviously, I think any type of touch-ups or increases they can do, they should totally do. If they decide to have Miiverse, they might decide to have a completely new thing. But I don't see that happening, because I don't see them just cutting the Wii U stuff completely off. What I mean by that is, you know how the Wii had its own Wi-Fi with the games. I don't see them cutting the Wii U stuff off, because that would be dumb. Because the Wii U's still, it's still young, so that would be totally dumb to do that now. But yeah, I just see an increase. I see an increase. Wow, I see improvements to Miiverse, if they bring it back, Virtual Console, eShop, all that stuff, obviously that's coming back. Backwards capability, I think it'd be cool, and I do definitely think that it will have backwards capability with the Wii U. Because Nintendo has always been known to have that, right? Like, since what? Since the Wii could play GameCube games, the Wii U could play Wii games, you know, that's always been a thing, so I don't see why they wouldn't have backwards capability with the Wii U. Because that would actually... Oh, I'm sorry, continue, what?
So I was just gonna say, like, what if there's no screen? Second screen.
I already... with the... Are we talking about Wii U backwards compatibility?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's why I said if you have a Wii U, you could just use that gamepad and somehow they can have like a little sensor within the.
Oh, yeah, have the gamepad connect to the console, yeah, like that.
So stupid, Ezzy. Pay attention, gosh.
that would improve sales too, because then people could buy Wii U games for their NX. So I don't see why it wouldn't have backwards capability. I definitely think it will have it. But yeah, that's it.
Okay, I don't know. I feel like I'm a little on the other side. Like with Miiverse, like I really enjoyed Miiverse, and I still enjoy it, and I definitely want to see it continue on the next NX console. And you guys were mentioning about Miitomo. Like maybe they merge the two together, and kind of like even on your phone, like you'll now be able to see posts from games and comment on that as well. So it really is a Nintendo social app. All while being part of the console itself, and you post your games and have actual conversations there. So, and here's the other thing: I don't see them just stopping Miiverse. Like, there's people who use that, there are people who enjoy that, there's a user base there. I don't see them just saying, "Okay, that's it." I think it'll continue in some way. Virtual Console, I think I don't like Virtual Console on the Wii U. Like just the way things are released and what's released, like it was just so weird. Where it's really hard for them to do N64 games. Apparently, they have some DS games, they have Game Boy Advance games, they have Wii games. They're not even part of they are Virtual Console, but not really. They just go to your Wii menu, and there's no GameCube games. It's just I feel like they did not do Virtual Console right on the system. And in the next one, I really don't want to see Super Mario Brothers is released on the NX again for the 5th time. Like, I'm so tired of that.
They're going to do it, but no one cares.
Where's my Mario Party 3?
And that's the thing. Like, all the N64 games we were getting, they've all been released on the Wii. We've got them already. Like, this has been done already, and people have bought them again. Right. And I don't know if people will rebuy them for a 3rd or 4th time.
I better be able to port my Virtual Console games to my NX console, because that will be BS to have to re-download all of that stuff again. Are you kidding me? Under the same account? No way. Unacceptable. Yeah. If it's the same type of eShop, then I don't think that you will have to, what's it called? I don't think you'd have to repurchase, because that would be really, 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 really ridiculous to me. At the very most, like, let it be like, oh, you have to pay, like, what, $1? Okay, I can accept that, but I'm not going to pay, like, you know... Yeah, I did like that about the Wii U, where if you owned it on the Wii, it's at a highly discounted price. Because you do get some new features, like the Miiverse and the save states. Like, those were really cool. Yeah. So I understand paying a little bit more, but... Yes.
I don't know. Like, this Virtual Console, they have to change the model somehow. Like, what if it was, like, a streaming service? Like, that'd be so cool if you paid monthly, like $5 or $10 a month, and then you had access to, I don't know, all the NES games or every N64 game available.
No, they would lose money. They would lose money with that.
I would be okay with it if they also offered games as single purchase complete things, because I don't usually do Virtual Console stuff, and so like I wouldn't be doing. Unless, and especially if they were actually keeping it updated. Like, if they had N64 stuff coming in and who knows, like GameCube games, maybe even Wii, I don't know if they could do... They could do that, yeah, they could totally do that. If they were to have this hypothetical of having a sensor inside the NX to sense the gamepad, they could totally do the same for a Wii remote. So, I want them to do something more with it. I agree with that, but having a subscription service, I might not even. I'd be really upset with, because I don't really do the Virtual Console too much.
Yeah, I understand. I need to see something different. If at the very least, it needs to be that whole unified account that we've been begging for a long time. Anyway, moving on. What games and franchises do you want to see on the NX, specifically at launch? So, and let's compare this to the Wii U launch as well, where we had New Super Mario Bros. U and Nintendo Land, and then some third-party games. Yeah, what do you want to see at launch and in general? NX.
Splatoon. If you got
Ooh,
my
nice.
Yeah, my wordplay. I did not come up with that. That is the thing that people have been saying. But Splatoon, I would very much enjoy.
Oh God.
But I don't think that they'd do that as a first. I don't know, because it would be an amazing launch game in Japan if they were to do that, because that game is huge in Japan. But in America, I don't think Splatoon has crossed over, well enough to, it's crossed over. It's gotten, well reviews and people are playing it, but it's nothing like, say, a Mario or a Pokemon, as a launch title. So I don't know. I hate to just cop out and say I don't know, but I would love to say Splatoon 2 because I love Splatoon. Well, no, normal Splatoon, but it would all be about the timing, especially because we don't. Because let's say if Paper Mario Color Splash would be the last Mario game in a while, I think it'd be actually really good to put it on the NX. And what would be even better is, even though I'm not begging for it, but if they were to do a Mario Galaxy 3, that would be a spectacular launch title. That would be very good. Staryu, do you think that's what they're doing? Or not, sorry, is that what they were doing?
Well, I am not allowed to speak about games that will be out for launch.
Dang it.
I can't give you exact details because I don't want to be sued, so I can't give you exact details. But I will tell you that definitely, oh God, if this happens, I'm gonna die. I can definitely say that I don't think Splatoon, even though I think that's really creative, honestly. Like, no shade. That's not being sarcastic. I really do think that's cool. I don't think that it, but I don't think it will be a launch title for the Wii U. And let me tell you why. Because they would have to me, they would have to add a lot more for a new Splatoon game. Even if it's like a kind of like, oh well, it's supposed to be just a port. But to me, if I'm gonna buy pretty much the same game, but like just updated graphics on a new console, I better have new costumes. I better have new designs for my squid, my Inkling. Is that how you say it? Inkling? I better have new designs for my Inkling. I better have new weapons. I better have new stages, Like, I want... Where's the, trash bin, central stage that, where Sol lives? Like, why isn't that in Splatoon?
What did I do? What did I do?
Like, I want to ink Sol's home, so why can't I do that? So I'm definitely going to need massive improvements for me to consider repurchasing pretty much the same game. So I'm going to say no to Splatoon for launch, unless there's a whole bunch of new stuff. Now, what games do I do think they will port? I do think that they will port Super Smash Bros. Because I feel like what they'll do is they'll port Super Smash Bros. And then just add the 3DS stages. Which, that'll be so cool, yes! Oh, I need it! I need new stages for Smash Bros. So, I definitely think that that's something that they could do. That's something they can manage. Because pretty much what they gotta do is just take the 3DS programming and just, up the resolution and that stuff and bang. That's it. But, other than that, pretty much, I think, Smash Bros. I don't really see them doing Mario Kart 8, but that's possible. I see maybe Pikmin 3... Just games like that, I can't predict everything, but those are what I think so far.
I would love a Splatoon, as I said, but the only downside I see to it is, how are you gonna verbally, how do you differentiate it from the original Splatoon?
Yeah.
It's the same. It is such a cool name. Like, if you were to, because I could see it, see it. They putting it on a box art. But it's really cheesy, and it's kind of hard to say this is Splatoon 1 and this is Splatoon 2, but
Yeah.
they phonetically are the same.
I don't think they'll do that because we've already had lots of
Yeah.
non-intelligent people with the Wii and versus Wii U thing. We've already had so
Yeah.
much problems
Hey.
with that. So I
Don't
think
insult
they will
SZ
do that.
like that.
Hey.
You
Not
can't
nice.
you can't just subtweet him like that. You gotta say his name.
Oh my gosh. So, our first squeal. How did it take 45 minutes? What on earth?
Oh, don't worry. People listening won't be able to hear it.
Anyway,
T's ready.
for games at launch, I'm really confident about this launch. Number one, because the Wii U is so quiet and dead. I feel like they've got to be working on stuff for the NX. They've already moved on. They already said Wii U, okay, whatever. We're gonna throw them a bone. Here's a Paper Mario that you don't want, and then here's NX, where all the other games are. I feel like that's what they're doing, and I don't know. There's just lots of things pointing to it. Like, there's a good chance Zelda could be on both Wii U and NX. So you got one. A new Mario 3D platformer. They said that they were going to, I believe they said they were going to start working on another one just after 3D World came out. And that's been a little under 3 years. It'd be a good time to have that released now. You had plenty of time. Pikmin 4 is definitely coming. That's been said. And I would be surprised if they left it on the Wii U instead of putting it on NX. And I don't know if they have a good lineup of third parties ready to go. You're looking at, and the whole Smash Brothers port potentially happening.
There's also this was not even last E3. It might have been the E3 before that, because Metroid Prime Federation Force was, or the basis of it was shown last E3, if I remember. So it was the E3 before that. They were discussing how they had projects both regarding 2D and 3D Metroid, and so far we've seen the 3D Metroid.
They did?
I believe so. Yes, I'm like 90% sure they were talking about that, and
Are you
nobody
sure?
remembers it. I'm like, okay, so that's what I'm saying. They mentioned something about this because I remember going, oh wow, that's so cool. But yeah. So now I don't know now I could be just making stuff up. So disregard what I said. But if I'm right, you heard it here first.
Wow, okay. But yeah, I think, and then in addition to that, I'm sure they'll have whatever makes the NX special a game that goes with that, like Nintendo Land Wii Sports. I'm sure they'll have something like that as well. So probably a very good lineup for Nintendo, which would be a first in a very long time. 3DS did not have a good lineup at launch. Or Wii U.
Dang, Essie is dragging Nintendo. Dragging. Oh my god. Slay them, Essie. Slay them. Damn. Dang. Oh my god. That was so shady.
I mean, okay, I don't see it, but
Well, anyway. Yeah, that's... Any other games that we want to see eventually on the Wii or the NX?
Oh, damn, what does Wii U have?
What does it not have? I mean, people have wanted an F-Zero for a long time. Maybe NX is where we finally get that.
I do not think they will be doing that anytime soon. F-Zero to me is just dead, and I think that's how it will stay. Because what's that Fast Racing Neo game? That game, I thought that would be more fun. Its online is really bad.
It's okay, yeah, it's good.
It's laggy, they have very laggy.
Those issues, and we're almost done. So, even though we do not know any details, how expensive do you think the NX will be? And as a reminder, Wii U was $350 for deluxe at start, and $300 for normal. So there's your reference. Sol, how expensive do you think it'll be? I'm sorry, it's a really hard question because we know nothing about it. But just random.
Well, I have all the answers.
$329.16.
Oh, for the trash edition, designed by Sol.
Why are we doing this? What did I do? What did I do, SZ? Is this just your way of like feeling powerful?
Well, I don't need to feel powerful. I know.
Putting me down. Is this what I am? Is this what I am to you, SZ?
No, we throw you in the trash. We don't put you in. It's so.
Yeah, you don't even have to throw him. You don't even have to throw him. He just wants to go in happily.
Or he's
What am I-
already there.
What did I do? I'm not even doing anything right now.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
The price, Sol, the price. How much?
I said it. $329.16.
Oh, well, that's definitely not the price. Okay, now here's what I'm thinking. This could go either two ways. One, it could be $2.99, which
Gross.
I don't see that happening in today's
$2.99.
world.
Are you kidding me?
But I'm thinking it's gonna be $349.99. $349.99. That's what I mean. Like $350 pretty much. So I think that's what the price is gonna be. It's either gonna be that or $2.99. But I don't see why they would do $2.99. Because especially if it's gonna be like a console and a handheld together, I think it's gonna be a little more expensive than just $300. Because let's be realistic. Come on, that's a lot of stuff altogether. So multiple usage and all that good stuff. So I think it'll be $350.
It also has to be good, so there's that.
350. That's a lot. It's got to be really powerful then, because I don't know if 350 was a good price for Wii U. That was just too much. But yeah, I have a feeling it'll be 300 plus. It would. I think $299 would be perfect, because it's still a little expensive, but it's not too expensive. So that would be the great price point. But I have a feeling it'll be like 350, 400, whatever. Two models,
cares?
what have you.
It's gonna be too expensive, is what it is.
That's probably true. Okay, final thoughts on this NX, because we have less than 2 months away before E3. It could even be revealed or leaked before then. So right now, this is the last few times we'll be completely in the dark. So final thoughts on NX.
Please don't make me feel bad about Nintendo even further, because I kind of hate being a fan of Nintendo right now. Like, very much so, because I'm considering, I just keep getting more and more, like, upset. Like, I'm not getting anything I've, like, wanted in the slightest. And it's upsetting. I've heard really great things about Star Fox Zero, so there's that. But that's it. Paper Mario Color Splash isn't looking good. Kirby Planet Robobot is okay, but even I'm not really caring about it that much. It's whatever. But I just want them to do something different and interesting. Don't try to do something different for the sake of being different. Even like I would even say maybe that's a bad suggestion, but who cares? They're not listening. But like, play it safe. Like, with at least games for the first couple months. Like, don't try to get too wrapped up in being the unique one and the odd one out, because you're just gonna look like a fool and not get anybody to put some third-party games on your NX system.
I don't even know what the hell came out of that boy's mouth, but we're gonna keep it going, keep it cool.
I don't know either. I was speaking in tongues.
Yeah, I don't speak Trashanese now, so let's keep it English for the podcast. How do I think this NX is gonna pander out? Well, I have all the answers, but okay, let me say this. I have almost all the answers. You know, even there's some things that even I don't know. So, honestly, I just hope the NX just improves on all the stuff that needs to be improved on from the Wii U. You know, obviously, third-party, controller, all that stuff. All of it needs to be improved. It's coming to a point where I think Nintendo has learned that the Wii U had a lot of blunders. Like, Wii U had some good things. Of course, I'm not going to take that away. I mean, we play Wii U all the time. We play Splatoon, we play Smash Brothers, we play Mario Kart 8. Those are, well, sometimes Mario Kart 8, but those are fun games. But there's just some problems that just need to be fixed. If they're fixed, I think a lot more people would buy this next NX console. So, like, the controller, the third-party support, obviously fixing the controller stuff, that will help a lot. What else? Help me out here, guys. Fix the controller, fixing it Miiverse, add more stuff.
Keep up with the other consoles in the console race.
Yes.
Quote unquote.
Yes. Better graphics, of course. Those are things always can be improved on. So just things like that. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. That's what I hope for.
And for me, I really, really enjoyed my Wii U. I've used it a lot, and I don't know if this is contradicting what I said earlier. I don't really remember what I said, but I guess I'm ready to have the NX. I'm ready to move on. But yeah, I'm happy, and I'm excited. I'm really excited to see from today to when it's released. Like, these are always exciting times to learn information, leaks, and blah blah blah. All the hype leading up to it. I love that stuff because right now it's like it's dead in Nintendo news and
I'm dead.
whatever. Oh, but we already knew that. One last thing that I forgot to mention about controllers. Let's drop the Wii remotes. I don't want those things anymore. I don't want any sensor bars. I'm done with them. Get them away
I'm
from
kind of
me.
done with them too.
I think it will have
They
to
don't
Gimmick is
want them
old.
part of it. Yeah. I mean, I understand why they're still here because they're required for the backwards compatibility. But man, oh, and just because the Wii U needed controllers too. But I'm done with them. Just leave them behind. They're in the past.
I do think that if the NX does have backwards capability, that they will have a sensor port. I do think that will be the case. Because I can't imagine
Honestly,
why all those games would go to waste because they didn't want to add a sensor thing, where it's really simple. You just
Okay,
Yeah.
but that means that they're milking the Wii at this point because it's their most successful system. It's but I don't care. I don't care about it anymore. Move on.
I'm just gonna say one more thing. That's fine, as long as they don't incorporate the Wii remotes in current NX games. Like, just leave it out. I don't want that a part of it. I don't want like Mario Party. Keep the Wii remotes away. Give me a new
Yes.
controller.
Agreed.
I don't want that part of it anymore. Okay, that was our next discussion. Thank you for listening to that. Before we wrap everything up, we are going to get into some Nintendo news. Now, I just said it was dead, but not completely. It's still, has some life in it. Still barely alive.
It's on life support.
On life support, yes. And Sol, you actually know a lot about this. Tell us what's been going on.
Do you guys want to know why I know so much about the Nintendo news? I don't know if you guys
not really.
I don't know if you guys discussed it last time we were here, but I got promoted, and now I do the Nintendo news on MarioPartyLegacy.com every day of the week, and I am the best person ever for the job, and I am killing people with my news discussions and coverages. I am just a professional. PROFSSSSIONIAL. Professional. Alright. So basically what happened, as of recording this, yesterday, Star Fox Zero was released. Hooray! And on Wednesday of the week, Star Fox Anime was released.
Ooh,
It's
I
really
saw
good,
that.
by the way.
Yeah, it was actually really good. I like the animation. It was weird because it looked three-dimensional at points, yet it was all, the characters looked like models, but I'm pretty sure it was two-dimensionally animated, so it was strange, but I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Yeah,
I know
I
what you're
loved it.
talking about.
What else? Because I have my page up. I have it all. Oh, it's so cool. There was a whole Sun and Moon apparent leak with the legendary mascots. Their names supposedly were leaked through similar means of how a lot of the Generation 6 names were leaked a while back. And these Pokemon are Solgaleo and Lunala, so I'm pretty sure it's Sun and Moon, respectively, the legendaries, if it's true. And then, Cerebi didn't cover this, but I saw it on Reddit, and there was a video that I put on the article of someone who covered it, and it was, some Pokemon, the starter names supposedly were leaked, which I do not have up on me, but then, supposedly, the duo balancer, like Zygarde is to Xerneas and Yveltal, is named Marshadow, and somebody on Reddit covered that really well on why it could be the balancer again between it. Which, long story short, because I do want to talk about it because it's my favorite thing ever. So, in the big thing in Japan is this thing called Shintoism, and in Shintoism, Amaterasu is the goddess of the sun, and then there's Tsukiyomi, who was, I think her brother, it's some weird stuff, her brother who was the moon, or maybe it was her husband or whatever. And so yeah, I originally thought when I heard Sun and Moon that was the first what I thought, and this Marshadow, if it was the third person in this, trio, would actually make a lot of sense because there was a third person in this relationship named Susano who later became the person of the sea, and Mar is a Latin root for sea. So fun fact, y'all, it's an exclusive on the Lost Levels podcast because I didn't discuss it in the news article. But yeah, it's cool. And then, yeah,
Whoa.
that was
Very juicy.
Other than that, on the topic of Pokemon, Jirachi, the event ends, but hopefully, hopefully you'll listen to this in time before, but it's about to end, the Jirachi event, so if you want it, go to the global link or whatever it's called on the,
Don't you go to Mystery Gift?
Mystery Gift, that's what it's called. Mystery Gift under your, profile on a Pokemon game, on XY or Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, you go to the Mystery Gift, you receive online, and you get your Jirachi, and it's hype. It is lit.
Yes.
L-I-T. That's all that I think we should cover for today.
Okay, yeah. I also wanted to mention one quick thing that I posted on MPL last Sunday. There's a Super Mario 64 hacker. I don't know how to pronounce his full name. Kaze is his first name. He released Super Donkey Kong 64, which is Super Mario 64 with levels imported from Donkey Kong 64, and there's some ASM hacking in there, so you have like new abilities and new moves that kind of coincide with what you had in Donkey Kong 64, like what's a Tiny's propeller jump thing? You have that, and you have some cool triple jumps and nonsense like that. It's really cool. Check it out, Super Donkey Kong 64, and it's actually available now. You could download it now. 50-star game. And with that, one more thing that I wanted to mention. I want to ask you guys. Oh my
goodness!
Right now, Splatfest. Who did we pick?
I picked Patrick Star because I am SpiderStaryu and I have to stand true to my Starfish brothers.
I don't really like SpongeBob's voice, so I probably would have agreed with Staryu.
See, okay, look, I picked Patrick too, and I feel like everybody picked Patrick. This was probably going to be a landslide vote for popularity.
I need to earn some of those. I need to earn some of those sea snails, so that's why I'm going to be playing Splatoon.
Same.
Stupidity
I'm gonna
is
try to get as many as possible.
Sorry.
Okay. Before we end the podcast, what has everyone been doing in the week?
Oh my gosh, I have a lot to say, so I'm gonna go last.
Okay, so I'll go first. I will go first, finally, for once. And what have you been doing, history? So I was feeling so attacked last night when I was playing Mario Party 7.
Oh, brother. It's moved on from Oh Brother now.
I landed on Essie's trap and I lost a star. I was so hurt. I felt so attacked. I felt like I didn't know what to say. Literally. Because I was feeling so hurt from landing on Essie's trap. And what is the board called on Mario Party 7? It's called the one with the blooper. You know which one we were playing? Grand Canal. That's the one we were playing. We had me, SuperZambezi, and we had Dark Boo. Yes, but he isn't here today, so you only get RT of it. Me and SuperZambezi. But still, things. Well, I'm sure Essie would love to say what happened to him because there's some unfair things that happened to him too. But pretty much, let me just say I got my star back because Essie landed on one of my pink boos, so I felt fine about that. But then Essie did another. He put a knife in my heart. You know what he did? He took one of my traps. I couldn't believe it when he did that.
Are you kidding me? Oh my. Okay, continue.
I couldn't believe it. It was so hurtful. I didn't know what to say. I was just like, wow. I thought we were friends, but clearly we're not because you just put something on my trap, which you don't do that. Oh, I couldn't take it. Last night was a huge, stressful thing for me. And as you guys know, when we were playing Mario Party 6 in EGAD's garage, Essie took 3 stars from me.
Oh,
when I was.
That's not true.
That is very true. That's very true,
guys.
Such
a lie. Oh my god.
Who are you gonna believe, me or Super Saiyan?
I have video evidence.
I don't care. Are you kidding me?
I'll provide it if I need to.
Stop. You're being ridiculous right now.
You're being ridiculous now. Once you have evidence, it's ridiculous.
Yes.
Thank you, Sol.
Sol, go back to your trash can. This is between me and SuperZambezi. Oh, but SC really, regardless of what SC is gonna say when he starts speaking, you just gotta understand that he hurt me. He hurt me badly, guys, and you should feel sorry because I feel like my heart is broken. Like, I just thought that SC wouldn't do things like that, and he did it so relentlessly, laughing as well. So yeah, you see, it's true. He was laughing.
I'm sorry.
He was laughing when it happened. When I lost my star, he was laughing. I was like,
That's not true.
okay,
Not
when you took
true.
my trap, you were laughing. Yes, you were. You
Not
absolutely
true.
were. Oh, but that's
Okay, can I
all.
say my share?
Okay, I will
Sure.
try my best not to interrupt. Yes.
Okay, I want everyone to think back to the last 2 minutes of everything that you heard. Okay, and you heard how I was made to be such a horrible person.
I didn't say you were a horrible
evil
person, just in the game.
in this game. Yes, that I'm such an evil individual in this game. Okay, this is what happens all the time in these games, and I start to feel bad. And in addition to that, my memory is trash. I'll refrain from any jokes.
Yes,
My memory
I didn't
is
do
horrible.
Anything. I defended you, and here you are having a mindset to make fun of me. Still,
You see, this is
it's-
what SC does. He breaks hearts.
Oh my
I can't
gosh.
choose either side. Both of you are
I
at fault.
refrained from it, but I stopped. I didn't do it.
But you mentioned it anyway, so it's horrible.
Anyway, I hear these kinds of things all the time, and my memory's horrible, so I don't even remember half the things that I did or half the things that happened to me. So this game, I was smart. I wrote down everything that happened. I wrote down everything that I did, everything that Staryu did, and everything that Boo did. All the things that would be considered questionable or evil or mischievous. And let me tell you, yes, he landed on my pink Boo, and then I landed on his, so we're equal there. Yes, I did cover one of his traps, but that was after he used an egg orb to suck up 2 of my pink Boos and a hammer. He stole 3 of them, so I still have to get him back for that. He left that detail out. I still have a ton of things here. I don't know if I can go into them, but that's up to Staryu. I don't think I will.
Or
But
you say
can
as much
make
as
my
you
case.
want, but then you just know how you're gonna look to the listeners.
How? He does have evidence that proves.
Go
he's
ahead,
right
go
here.
ahead. If you really want to, go ahead.
Okay, I'll read this whole thing.
But just understand one thing. Understand one thing, guys. Before he continues on. In Mario Party 7, he took 2 stars from me on Neon
This is-
Heights. I don't care. Oh, this is the last game. But he did that, and he's gonna say, "Oh, well,
Pink
this is this."
Boo.
Wait. He's gonna say this. Oh, I was too nice. But I was too nice too, and I lost a star to him because of that. So I don't feel bad when he lost a star to me because he was too nice. Because the same thing happened to me. Okay, continue.
Literally,
Let's start.
you basically just you're just saying like, oh, I did this because of something that happened in the last game that I probably didn't have in my mind
Yeah.
until after I did it. No, it doesn't
Okay.
work like that.
I don't care how it works. All right, I need to get when things happen. You know, it
You need an
happens, and
excuse.
I remember it. All right, so like when Sol did his bull crap at Mario Party 6, which that was honestly really bad.
Great.
I
That's
was
a
trying to
great
help
moment
you
in my
out.
life.
I was trying to help you, and you're like, "Oh, let me put it in his face because that's funny." Ooh, wait, just you wait, Sol. Our next,
You already got
one
me
of the
back.
next games we're gonna win.
Mario Kart 64,
Oh,
Wario
yeah.
Stadium.
Oh yeah, okay, never mind. I forgot about that. We don't have it uploaded yet. That's why we're gonna
Spoiler
upload that
alert.
soon, guys. It'll probably be uploaded later this week. A Mario Kart 64 video on our YouTube channel. But yeah, just say what
Yeah.
if you want to go on, go ahead. I don't mind.
We don't have to. This is getting very vicious. So we can... I can save this until we complete the game. We didn't complete it yet. Okay, but that's basically what I've been doing as well. So, yeah, not too much. Playing Bravely Default still. That's fun. That's a good
dank.
game.
Bravely Second.
Bravely Second, sorry. Yeah. Sequel to Bravely Default. Very fun game. Did you say same, Sol?
No.
Oh. Sorry, did you start it?
I started it, but then I stopped playing it. I started it actually two days ago. I started it, and I'm at the beginning still. I didn't really do much. So I want to play it, but I had the first game and I didn't complete it yet. So it's like I don't know if I should continue playing Bravely Second or what. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's what I've been doing. And Sol, what have you been doing?
Okay, so I don't remember if I mentioned this. I feel like I didn't. Because it's been almost three. This is like, I don't know how long. But I haven't been on in a while. So, I think I mentioned it, so I'll just go over it quickly. I subscribed to one of my favorite people on YouTube who also is on Twitch. So, I subscribed to Twitch. And in turn, he uses this fancy little thing called Discord. And Discord is pretty much like an online Skype, but I'm actually kind of liking it a little better because it's easier to keep organized and whatever, but it's not as open as Skype. Like, it's very, like, make a group and that's kind of it. But we're having a lot of fun in it. I feel like I did, because I feel like I told the story about the Badanas, but if I didn't, that's a story, and just ask me and I will tell about it later. But it was a great day. But with it, I was inspired to do a Nuzlocke run of Pokemon Platinum, and all my Pokemon are named after little foods because they're cute. But unfortunately, my best Pokemon, who was a Geodude named Lemon Tart, died to a Shellos. So all I have is a little Burmy named Pepsi, a Primplup named Vanilla, a Bee-Barrel named Pasta, a Kadabra named Chives, who is great now that it's evolved. And then I just got a Baneri because I'm in Eterna Forest, and I named it Salt because I couldn't think of anything else. It's great. I had a great time doing it. It's really stressful because it's the first Nuzlocke I've done, and I think I cheated once, and that was because it was not fair. I could not switch out, and it was getting annoying, and I was really upset. So I didn't count it. But I had some really good Pokemon. They're all dead now. So the Pokemon I have are not the best. But I'm hoping to evolve my little Burmy. Ezzy, I swear I will slap you. But I hope to evolve my Burmy into the Trash Cloak Wormadam because it is female. Okay. So yeah. Shut up. I knew it. Oh God, I shouldn't have said anything. I shouldn't have even said that.
But Bug and Steel is a good type in because its only weakness is fire, I believe.
Yeah, but the only thing I don't like about it is that it's a mixed defender. Because Wormadam Plant specializes in special defense. Wormadam Sandy specializes in regular defense, and then Steel only. It kind of has a healthy balance of both, but that's not really necessarily the best because you kind of want a Pokemon that just excels in one stat. But that's more of a competitive thing. But since I'm playing Nuzlocke, it's real hard. So, but I think since you're right, there's not many fire Pokemon that you really run into in Sinnoh. It's the best one to choose.
Yes.
What else have I been doing? I'm the new Nintendo reporter on Mario Party Legacy, and it's actually very great because I know what I'm doing, and people seem to be liking it because I am a great human and I'm great at covering news. So there's that, because I'm the best person ever and I make no mistakes. Finally, I know I've been mentioning this for a while, but it's really getting close to the deadline. I've been talking about how I'm doing a play, and it's great. We have 1 full week left, and then the following Thursday it's up, and I'm still messing up lines, and we haven't made the set, and costumes are still kind of but it's great. It's like we're having a lot of fun. We're getting great. We're still going through trouble spots, so time is ticking. And if I mess up my lines, I will scream really loud. I will be on stage.
Someone film it, please.
I will be on stage, and instead of saying my lines, I will scream. I'll just be like, I really hate messing up stuff. I'm not even, like, we were discussing this, because, that'll go into a second, because it's my last thing. But, we were discussing how I'm actually not really nervous. I just don't want to mess up, or I will get extremely mad. I'm not, and usually I am a nervous person, and it's not like that. But I'll probably get nervous by next Friday, so who cares? And finally, I hung out with one of my friends I haven't hung out with in a while. I know that really doesn't matter to anything to you, but I have stuff to discuss that involves video games with it. I was trying to explain to her what Star Fox was, and Star Fox is really hard to explain because we were at a GameStop, and she's like, oh, look, there's a whole bunch of this game. I said, oh, yeah, Star Fox Zero just released. And she goes, oh, you know what that is? And I said, well, yeah. And I think I went into this whole thing about anthropomorphic animals and how they shoot a giant monkey head in space, and I realized I was being stupid, and I just stopped. But the best part about it was I got 4 new shirts, and I didn't spend that much money because I got one that was $20, but she had a deal where if we spent over $30 at the store, $15 of that order would be taken off. So I didn't spend that much money on the shirt. It was like $7.50 in total when we did the math. And then I bought one shirt that I really like for $8, and it's like a mint color. And then one shirt that I'm wearing right now, and even though it's made for kids, it's I don't know why it's so small. It's really soft and it looks really nice on me. And it was only like $6, so I'm really happy.
Well,
and
you are 9 years old, so
I was going on a rant. I was talking really fast. I was on a roll, and you interrupted me. And the last thing I bought was a button-up burgundy shirt, and burgundy is like my favorite color because I like it, and I love it so much. And it's this really nice button-up, and I want to wear it every day because it's so nice. I love the color, and I don't have stuff like that in that color. I only have one shirt, and it's a little too small on me now. And it was like this wine color. It was like kind of purpley, kind of red, but this one's like pure burgundy. It's the best. And I know you don't care about clothes, but in that chat, going back to the beginning, in that chat with that person who is really kind of popular on Twitch and YouTube, the other subscribers were like, wow, those are such great shirts. And I felt so great about myself. And my mom was like, wow, you did so well. Like, I gave you $60 and you didn't even spend all of it. And you got 4 shirts out of it, and you bought lunch. I said, yes, Mom, yes, I did. I am a frugal McDougal. So that's all I've been doing this week and last week. It's been a great week. I'm happy. Oh, I almost killed my Burmy. Okay.
Okay, really quickly before we end this off, I just want to say something. Who has Star Fox Zero? I have it.
Not me.
Silence.
What? Oh,
I don't have money.
I don't want to spend money. I mean, yeah, I do have the money. I don't want to spend it.
Rip.
Yep.
R.I.P.
I don't have a response.
Enjoying it?
I don't have a response.
You're hosting.
I don't have a response. Oh, yeah, it's been very, very, very fun. I love the dialogue, too. It's fun. Yeah.
Oh, good. I heard that the controls are questionable with the motion controls. Is that true for you?
When you first play it, you're going to be like, whoa. It'd be like, oh, okay, whoa, what's going on? But it's very easy to get used to it. It's just, you have to move the gamepad a bit and stuff like that, but it's very easy to get used to. To me, anyway. I don't know for other people, but for me, it was easy to get used to.
Okay. Okay. We are going to end it now. You can subscribe to the Hoo Ha podcast on iTunes.
Stop!
Make sure to leave us a rating and a review. It helps us grow. You can find all our past episodes at our website, thelostlevels.mariopartylegacy.com, and our Mario news and community at mariopartylegacy.com. Follow the Lost Levels on social media. You can find us at facebook.com/thelostlevels, on Twitter at LostLevelsMPL, on Tumblr at The Lost Levels Podcast.tumblr.com, and finally at youtube.com/user/The Lost Levels MPL. You can find SuperZambezi on Twitter, Nintendo Network, and YouTube. Senior Bananas. Oh. Who's next?
Okay, as for me, you can follow me on the Tumblr. Is that Hardly Milk? Or, what am I supposed to do? Oh, I haven't been using it that much, but Mitomo. You can still follow my Twitter, which is me, AbsolPowers, and maybe I'll add you back. I don't know. And then we can be on Mitomo, but I don't use it that much. And then, finally, you can follow, so my Nintendo Network is Compete, so you can do stuff with me there, because we're friends. We are friends. We are buds. We are chums.
SpiderStaryu. I'm SpiderStaryu in the whole wide world. I'm SpiderStaryu on... Oh my god. I'm SpiderStaryu on YouTube, Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, Nintendo Network, Google+, and I also have Mitomo, so just follow me on like Twitter or whatever. Oh my god,
don't do
stop.
it. Do not follow him.
Follow me on those sites, and yeah, I would be really appreciative. And I've been making more YouTube... Stop! I've been making more YouTube videos, so please follow my YouTube. It's SpiderStaryu. All of it is SpiderStaryu. Yeah.
Gross.
I hate Sol. I hate him.
Actually, yeah, I shouldn't do that because now I'm starting stuff, and that's mean. I apologize, SpiderStaryu.
You should. Thank you.
I'm not apologizing for my opinion. I'm apologizing for saying it out loud.
Okay, anyway, that's the end of the podcast.
Yes, it is. All right, we will talk to you next week, everyone. Goodbye.
Sassmaster is back, because that's me. Yeah!